I finally got around to catching Nightmare Cinema. Now, I did a trailer reaction a while back. It's an anthology film, which is always a little tricky. Nonetheless, went in with an open mind, so let's see how this one fared. I gotta let everybody know up front, it's gonna be a spoiler-filled review, so if you haven't seen it yet, you don't want it to be spoiled, go check it out. Alright, you're here. So, anthology film of horror, kind of loosely tied in around the idea or the concept that people walk by a movie theater, there's their name on the marquee, in some movie, they wander in, they watch the movie, we get the short, and make your work as your projectionist. All right, we start off with likes, and I have to say that, and it was obviously a conscious effort, but I like that they picked rather top-shelf directors to handle the shorts. A lot of anthology films end up being kind of a mixed bag. You're lucky to get one segment that is good. You know, the Handbook of Evil or whatever the heck it was called a while back. I didn't even do a review because it was just horrible. So they picked top shelf guys, and we got top shelf sort of shorts. Now, yes, they were of varying degrees of success. Nonetheless, throughout almost all of them, I respect that they allow the directors a little bit of freedom to take some chances. These were not exactly your run-of-the-mill. A little bit, you know, cliched, at least, you know, the second one was very reminiscent of the old Twilight Zone episode. You know, but like the first one where, you know, the little alien, or not alien, well, the little spider alien creature things got inside people, and they flipped it on its head. The killer was actually just trying to defend them, and, you know, again, shorts, you know, they're tough. You know, you don't have a lot to work with, but they did a good job. You know, from the standpoint of you know, compressing, you know, us getting involved with the characters, caring what they happen, etc., etc. So again, that's why they hired top shelf directors, because they really succeeded in that. And you know, honestly, I mean, you know, for the anthology type horror movies, this was one of the better ones. It really was. You know, obviously not $100 million budget, kind of showed in some of the effects, but nonetheless, the segments were quality. They were loosely tied together so that a lot of these anthologies will attempt to connect them and then make them kind of dependent on kind of the connection, which doesn't always work. But this was just make your work as projecting. Here's the short, and, you know, somewhat centered around, you know, what the person, obviously the priest, has the whole possession thing. So, you know, like I said, very tight, very well done, and sort of a little level above your normal anthology movies. All right, dislikes. I gotta be honest with you, there really wasn't anything that stood out to me. You have to understand and accept going in, you know, what this is going to be, you know, and, you know, that being said, it delivered. Again, it's anthology, so you know going in, you know, what to expect, and they delivered. So, honestly, I don't really have any real gripes. Okay, I did mention in the likes, and it is a bit of a gripe, the second one was definitely a Twilight Zone ripoff. I could have done with a little bit more originality. And you know, oh, sorry. Not sure if this is a dislike. More a cautionary tale. When you're making these movies and you don't have a huge budget, and you hire, you know, actors accordingly. No knock on any of the actors in the film, okay? They all were, you know, good, you know, so, but you had Richard Chamberlain in your movie. And having him in your movie showed just how much better he is than everybody else. And it really took away from their adequate and fine performances because he's just on a different level. You know, he's got the presence, he's got the voice, he's got the chops. He was utterly amazing. Unfortunately, he was in kind of my least favorite of the ones, but man, he walks onto that screen and you're like, wow, yeah. So, not necessarily a dislike, but man, when you're casting these things and you don't have the money to round it out, I love Richard Chamberlain getting work, but man, whew, boy did he ever show up everybody else. Alright, it is Pinhead time, and like I said, man, this is definitely worth checking out. It's definitely a step above on the anthology films. You know, nothing really that bad to take away from it. So, we're going to keep this simple and quick, and I'm going to give this 4 pinheads. Alright, what did you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Especially, you know, if you have a favorite of the different sort of segments, shall we say. Do have a little soft spot for the first one, just because they flipped it on the head pretty good. And kind of a not quite soft spot for the plastic surgery one, because I don't have any problem with plastic surgery. Not that scary. So, either way, let me know